Alright, John and myself are out here backpacking in the wild Sierras. We've come across snakes, tarantula-sized caterpillars, and deer, wild deer. We've come to a bridge in a stream. Take a look at this. Yeah, we've only hiked 1.7 miles, and yet I think
we're done with the easy part.
Yeah, we are now at the signpost for White Chief Canyon, which is 1.8 miles, and Mosquito Lakes, which is 2.5 more miles. I'm looking forward to lunch. All right, let's go. All right, we are now 3 miles into the hike, and we've walked about 4 miles.
4 miles.
We were going slow, but there was a lot of uphill too, so it was rough.
4:15.
This is the view that we have. Look at that. That is Mosquito Lake. A little small lake, but it's nice. We got 1 more mile or so to go to the next lake. We can't camp at this lake. There's no camping at this lake. So we gotta move on.
Looks like a pretty steep climb over there.
Yeah, we gotta go up that hill. Alright, we are now officially off the maintain trail. Holy crap, look at all those mosquitoes in the water.
I think we need to get a little away from
We had to get out of here. That's why they call this Mosquito Lake. Okay, so we're off the maintain trail, but supposedly this is a former trail, and previous hikers leave little clues to keep you on track. And according to this one post that we read, they're called ducks. We've seen a few where they got these little stacked rocks, but we're not seeing much right now, so we're just kind of like walking around, pretend like we know what we're doing. Lake's not too big though, so we can't get far lost.
in here.
Okay. What's that?
I don't like this.
Well, boy, So we don't really know where the trail is, but we're trying to climb based on what we kind of read. And here's what we've climbed so far. So you can see the last time I was on video, we were at lake level. And that's kind of an idea of where we're at right there. See how it just climbs up. Oh.
Insert the leg number 2.
So let's see, that's about level right there. And that's how far we climbed. On the move. Alright. I think we have possibly caught sight of our first duck, which is a good thing because we were starting to doubt where we're going. The duck supposedly is a sign left by a hiker, and usually it's like stacked rocks, something that wouldn't occur naturally. And while this doesn't look like a trail, what I do see right across the way, see those 2 rocks right there? See if I can zoom in.
Where's the next duck?
There they are. That looks like a duck. Problem is, we don't know where the next duck is. So we don't know if we go left, right, but I think we're going to try to go up.
.535. My heart's beating.
My goodness. This is a killer. You can't even see that lake that we came from. It's down there somewhere. But as we were talking about the ducks, that's a classic example of a duck right there. See how they're all stacked on top of each other? That one's actually really nice. But we were having a hard time finding these ducks. But once we caught on to our first one, the rest of them were just a matter of looking around and finding them. So John thinks we're going to make it to the next lake before it gets dark.
5:36.
I think he's going to have to carry me.
I think we'll be there by 5:45.
Alright. Well, it's old bud early in the morning, and I got work yesterday. That hike was rough. I barely made it in without passing out. John made sure that we wanted to get to that second lake, and he was able to get me going here. But after we ate dinner, I couldn't do nothing but go to sleep. So, it was cold, and I had to put a lot of clothes on to keep myself warm, and I hurt everywhere. Throughout the night, boy, it was kind of rough. It was not comfortable sleeping on the floor, but we made through. I think we went to bed at 7:30, and then we woke up at 9:30 and thought that it was already morning. And it was like that the whole night. Fell asleep again, woke up at 12, fell asleep again, woke up at 2, fell asleep again. But it's morning now, and I'm out here fishing. Mosquitoes are horrendous. I've got my mosquito net that I've been wearing. Excuse me. And well, the weird thing is that probably at 7:30 at night last night, it wasn't as bad. Here comes John. But even in the morning right now, it's not that bad. But man, I'll tell you what, between the time of about 4 to 7, it was just intense, just mosquitoes everywhere. But they didn't, when they bit, although they were biting you, they don't itch. So that's a nice thing. We'll see what today takes when it comes to fishing, and hope it's a good day. Well, John didn't quite know how rough this hike up was yesterday, but I think he realizes it today, because let me show you what injury we have to deal with. It ripped his shoes apart. He can't even wear them anymore.
The trail thrashed my shoes.
So thank goodness he brought his Tevos with him, because if he didn't have those, we'd be in trouble.
Here are the new hiking boots.
My goodness.
Those are beauties.
So, unfortunately, John's minimal impact means he's got to carry those shoes out.
Hey, this is another 3 pounds.
Well, it's day 2, and we'll see what happens. I think we're going to just relax today, maybe do a small hike up to a lake, but nothing big. Let's get a view of kind of what we're looking at. This is Mosquito Lake number 2. You can see the lake right there. We are the only ones here at the lake. I got a nice little hammock right there. which I'm kind of hoping that I can enjoy the afternoon on. And I got my fishing pole out there somewhere. Let's hope I got a fish on it. Well, we just finished cleaning up from breakfast. We were getting ready to go on a hike, and we were packing everything away, and then all of a sudden a thunderstorm hit. And it's hailing right now, so it's really windy outside, and we're not even willing to go out there and deal with this. We're hiding in the tent right now. Let's see if we can give you a picture of what it looks like outside. Whew, well, we just made it to Mosquito Lake number 2. 3. As you can see, it's a nice looking lake. Nothing extraordinarily large, but still kind of cool. It was only a half an hour hike up steep granite rocks, so that was a rough one. But this is something that only my brother John and sister Cindy could appreciate. I hate being cold, so after we just hiked up, I was able to strip off all my clothes, and you can see I'm still fully dressed, but take a look at what I was wearing. I had 2 pairs of socks, a beanie, I had some sweatpants on top of my sweatpants, underneath my jeans. I had 2 sweatshirts on.
It's a balmy 55.
Now I'm hot. I'll tell you what, I did not want to get caught in another rainstorm or thunderstorm and have to sit under a rock shivering to death. So now I just pack this in my backpack and we press on. We're going to lake number 4, where we understand that there's mermaids and a bunch of other fun things there. It's been an hour since I last reported, and if you could see what's on the ground, it's hail. We have, actually it's been a little, how much time has it been? Maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours?
Hour and a half probably since it started.
We have been hunkering down underneath a little ledge for about an hour. And here's a little ledge that we've been hunkering down under. See right there? Not much. Unfortunately, there's a little water pool underneath it, and I stepped my foot into it, and that's the worst. We were freezing. We left our backpacks underneath a tree because we didn't want to have to run through the open while it was lightning and thundering, because the backpacks have steel in it. Finally, when there was a break in the weather, we ran and got our backpacks and put some more clothes on. Thank goodness I brought all my clothes. But, God, here's the beauty part. It's been an hour and a half, and now we're seeing blue skies coming our way. We were so freezing, we were shivering, and didn't know how we were going to get back. But now that we got the blue skies coming out, I can feel the warmth on me from the sun.
It's a new day.
It is. It's great. And it'll be nice. So once that sun comes up, even though there's still sleet and what looks like snow, but it's sleet all over the ground, we'll probably be breaking down to our shorts and enjoying it and warming up and hopefully drying my socks off. You can see in the distance how the storm's moved out. Well, yesterday was an ordeal. We didn't really get to, I think after the last time we talked, we had another hailstorm, hid for a little while more, and then we just hiked up to Lake 5. We didn't even have time to grab our cameras, so no filming there.
Beautiful lake, though.
Yeah. I think I like the look of Lake 2, which is where we're at right now, better, but there's no fish here.
Nothing.
We only caught one fish that was large enough to keep, and I had to stretch it. But it met the requirements. And
so we had one fish.
So it's the 3rd day, and all we're doing is waiting for the sun to come down and hit us. You can see how it's coming down the mountain. And then we're going to be packing up. All of our gear is kind of getting here ready to pack up, and then we're going to be heading back home. You got anything to add, John?
Oh, it's been an adventure, and hoping my nice hiking sandals will make it down the hill.
That's right. John's hiking boots are dead. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Wow. So we're just looking at what we had come up the first day. I can't believe it.
Somewhere down there. Lake 1.
Holy cockamole. See how steep this is.
Paraglide down there.
So that's level.
Some water over there.
And there. Oh yeah, we got some water over. I wonder if that's that.
Little pond.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Somewhere, somehow.
And looking back, way up there, up at that highest peak, we were just at the base of that highest peak for Lake 5. All right, John, which way do you want to go? I can't even fathom a path here.
We need to go there and cut down.
All right.
That's right.
John, we're going straight down.
Yeah, I think we're going to go over here and then down.
All right.
Yeah, we kind of straight down.
Wow. So we just came down that, and we just had to find little crevices to come down. But check out where we're at now. So kind of followed this little meandering path, and then we met the pretty lights right there. And then we came to this point right here. Look at this cliff. Trying to get close to the edge because it's a little freakazoid. Look at that. That is just crazy. I don't know what John's doing to me here. Oh, this is just a bit crazy. Here's the next little hill that we climbed down.
I can't see.
And we do not know where we're going. Somewhere down there. There ain't no stinking trail in this place. But we somehow stumbled upon the trail, and we're doing pretty good because we see that first lake. And there's the first lake. I think this was the hardest part of the hike, going from this lake to Lake 2, Lake 1 to Lake 2. Because it was really steep and a lot of rocks. After this, we'll be just hiking along a trail. There's a little bit of uphill, but most of it's downhill from this point on, which will be nice. We're going to stop off at the lake and see if we can catch some fish. And last night we were trying to pan fry the fish, but the fish was a little bit too big for the pan, so what we did was we poured some water into the pan, put the lid on it, and then steamed it. And it came out really good. Had a little lemon in with it and salt and pepper, and well worth that little treat. All right, well, we made it to, let's see, what's this trailhead called? The Eagle Lake, Mosquito Lake trailhead. So that's 1.6 miles from the Mosquito Lake that we just came. It was all downhill. It was nice. Nice downhill. Right here, we're going to try to look for a little place called, what's it called, John? Disappearing River? Sinkholes?
Yeah.
Where the water actually disappears into two holes in the rock. So if I find it, I'll let you know. So here's this little stream. And I think, if I'm not mistaken from what we read, it's going to disappear into a couple of sinkholes. I don't see it disappearing, but we'll keep on going. It's a nice little babbling brook. Kind of guessing that this is a myth because it seems to keep on going. I think we found sinkholes, so we're going to check this out.
Taking my pack off.
We've been following the river along the normal trail and we came across this. That's just crazy. I would say that that's a sinkhole. And without going too far down, without dying, there are, I bet you the water used to just go right into that one, but right now it's a little dry. And if we come up here, we can see the water where it ends. So here's the river. And it comes right here. And that's it. Just goes right into that hole. And that's all you see of it. But I bet you when it gets raging, the water goes over into those holes down right there. Pretty crazy. What's amazing to me is how steep the downhill is, which means we must have walked up this. I don't know how we did that. That first day was rough, but that's just pretty steep. But wanted to show you across the way these waterfalls. There's a couple of them like this. Goes all the way down the valley and just kind of stretches all the way up to the top. And I think I hear John coming around the corner pretty soon. Nope. Yeah. Just a little bit more. Probably about an hour more hiking, and then we'll be good. Our first wildlife on this trip. Don't know what's gonna happen. The deer's just coming right at me. Think he's gonna try to take me. But I had my Wheaties this morning. I think I could take it. We're at a standstill. Nope, we're not. There he goes. Oh, good. Alright. Looks like that deer went right back on that trail. I guess he'd rather walk on the trail than walk on a inland forest. Well, we're coming down to the bottom of the trail. That hike back was much better than the hike there, but it was still real steep. There's that nice little meadow down there with the river that runs right in the middle of it. It was a pretty day. Let's take a look at some of those clouds up there. Isn't that nice? And there's John behind me. Oh, I could see the station at the head of the trail. So this is it. That was the Mosquito Lake hike. Started on Friday about 1 o'clock, and it's about the same time on Sunday. Yep, so this is what we get more wildlife at the end of our trail
At our car.
at the car than we did when we were up there. I think it's because these wildlife were smart enough to know why the heck would you walk that far and that high to get bit by mosquitoes.
And hike for 4 hours.
Well, we have made it back to the cars, the parking lot, and this pretty much concludes the trip. But it was a good weekend. I still don't know why we did it, but maybe we just needed to prove to ourselves that we weren't as old as we thought we were.